Ilene. I was going to call up, well, let me just put it this way. I hope they keep the scenes on. I'll give you a little background on what's going to happen today. There were scenes that I was supposed to
Insider info that's not on the internet yet.
Yeah, now I don't know if they're going to keep
so
the
get your
scenes.
Twitters out.
Okay. But I was supposed to actually have a scene with Rich Frank from Prospect Park.
Yeah, we heard.
So the scenes that I have today, which I hope they kept, I think they did, are with two other very, very important members of the One Life to Live group. I'm not going to say who, but I came in that morning, which was November 18th, thinking that I was working with Rich Frank, and also the day before they had said that we had to clear out our dressing room, which, because I'm such a eternal optimist, I thought, because I'm working with Richard Frank, he is going to announce that we are changing studios, like immediately, and so that's why I thought we had to clear out our dressing room, because we had been told that we were moving on with Prospect Park, and we were going to be able to stay in these studios until about February, March. But then we get this notice that we had to clear out, but just being an optimist, I thought, okay, we're moving on here. And then I come in that morning and the publicist is there, and I said, so is Rich Frank here yet? You know, because I always want to run lines. I love to run lines. And she went, And I went, well, what time is he coming? She goes, he's not. Yeah. So anyway, but I did the scene with two really terrific gentlemen who I think you'll probably recognize. They're not actors. Excuse me? Cartini? Is that a drink?
No.
Cartini! Oh! Is that a combination of two people?
Valentini and Carvelotti. Yeah.
So, you always know more than most people.
Yes.
They're
next door.
Oh, okay. I will. If I can ever get there, I will. Anyway, so hopefully they keep this scene in. But Roxy saves Frat Row, and I thought maybe of calling up Prospect Park and telling them they should drop the rights and let someone else pick it up who really wants to do something with this.
Little bit, it'll happen. So, but can you explain to everybody why Roxy can't get certain words right? She just pronounces everything. I mean, Roxy tries to. She's like, I'm trying to think of.
No, well, I actually think she's very brilliant in her own way, and actually a really good malaprop, which is what that's called. A really good malaprop, in a way, describes the situation or what's going on almost better than the real word does for some strange reason. Who said what? Yes. So I actually think she's quite brilliant. Schooled in the school of hard knocks and in the street. Very street smart.
I realized something the other day when SoapNet re-aired a bunch of those classic episodes, and there was a scene in the casino in Atlantic City with the amazing Max Holden.
Yeah.
And Roxy has come. She's come along. She grew up. I mean,
Yeah, somewhat.
Yeah. I mean, she went from having 2 kids to no kids to a son who's in Statesville. I mean,
Yeah. And they don't tell you about this before it happens. Scott Clifton, who played
Scott Clifton.
Yes. First of all, they never told me that he was going to be my son, so he had to tell me on a staircase. I almost fell backwards.
Yeah.
And then also, I had no idea that Echo was going to be Rex's mother, because they don't tell you that either. And it's very strange. You kind of open up the script and you go, holy shit.
Because you, out of anyone here, has probably worked with him more than anyone else. So during when you're at the studio, is JP really in pajama pants?
Yes.
All the time?
Either that or medical scrubs, but mostly pajama bottoms, yeah. He's comfortable, why not? Saves a lot of money on clothes.
So we have about 5 minutes before the last One Life to Live airs. Oh, look.
Oh, okay. Now, what is it? What is in this martini?
I don't know, and your napkin's fabulous.
Okay.
Martini.
So let's do
Cheers.
this really quickly. Anybody who has a glass in their hand, please raise it. Here is to 43 years in Landview. Cheers. Cheers. Really quickly before the show starts, has everybody bought raffle tickets?
No.
I'm going to have my lovely assistants here, one of which is my mother. Be next to her, please.